Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching around the world. Welcome back to Barber, and this is day 3. If you watched the first video last week, you would have seen the Jet 2 flight out, and you probably see I won very well. Yesterday, a bit hit and miss as well, but today I'm starting to perk up, feel good within myself, and everything, moving forward with a purpose, as I always say. So we are going to go through the standard balcony cabin. We went for the cheapest one, but before that, let's go to the intro. Don't forget, as always, if you like our videos, it would do us a massive favour if you hit the like and subscribe button. It just puts us up in the algorithms and helps other people to come and find our lovely, I like to think, informative channel. We're going to go through the cabin, then we're going to have a walk around the ship. Let's get moving forward with a purpose. As I just said before the intro, we booked this when we were on the Avia last year, and we went for the cheapest package we could get for the Azura for 1 week round the Canaries and the week that we wanted. So it came in at about £670 each full board for a standard balcony cabin. Now I don't think that's too bad for a week full board. That's including flights, and the flights with Jet 2 with 22 kilos of hand to hold baggage each, and 10 kilos of hand baggage and a certain size, which is a normal, slightly larger than the EasyJet size bags you can take on there. So as I said, we waited and waited, and they allocated us our cabin the week before, and we've got cabin 623 on deck 12, Australia deck. I'm going to take you around and have a look. So as you walk in the cabin, you'll find straight away your safety briefing there. So let me just spin you around so you're not looking at me. So as you've got your normal go and explore and you leave, the mate's very friendly, or you are not going. Ooh. Or taking it easy, go and exploring. So as you're walking in, you go right, and there's someone who looks like, hey, watch it, you go left, and you've got your walk-in wardrobe area. Found about 10 hangers aside. It's enough for us. As you can see, there's a spare one there anyway. I am doing some washing at the moment. There is enough for us, so but if you need any more, just go and ask your cabin steward. Up there are your life jackets. Don't forget to watch your video when you get on board the ship to how to put your life jackets on. This cabin looks like it sleeps 3, a double bed layout, or 2 singles, and a bunk bed that falls down over the top, but that's on the TV when you get here. We're muster station D, which is downstairs by the Sindhu bar on deck 7. They've got some extra pillows and stuff, bits and pieces in here, and you've got some storage space. But ignore that. That's my gifts. I buy some cologne. Look, I bought some cologne and bits and pieces. So we did manage to, while we were in Tenerife, go into the shops and buy some gifts to take home. So you've got plenty of drawers, and of course your safe, which is always handy to have. I do like Spanish cologne. And in a shower room, it's a standard shower room. You've got the curtain, which it's going back to a curtain. You've got to remember, it is a bit of an old girl. Like me, I'm a bit of an old boy. The ship is old. Yeah, it looks a little bit tatty in places, but I've heard rumours and whispers that it's getting a full refurb soon. But the toilet's alright. It doesn't smell. They provide you with some bath towels. You've got your bin, spit out, and there's tissue slots, but I've nicked them because they're next to the bed. You get your complimentary hand gels, and in there you get your shower gel and your shampoo, and the shower is lovely and warm, to be honest with you, and the towels are clean, normal. You've got a shaving socket in this one, which is great for our electric toothbrush. and I've got a shelf. Janice has got a couple there. I will say they're as much use as a chocolate fire guard. Try and hang your towels on there and they go on the floor. Why don't they just put a little knobbly bit up there? I don't know, but that's just my personal little ant rant. But everything else is fine, and you'll see me, I'm hanging my towel up next door. Is him again? Dodgy, who's he? Keeps looking at me, doesn't he? Dodgy, don't trust him. And then you walk into the main area. There's Janice doing a Sudoku.
Yeah, just finished them.
And then, so next to the bed, you've got a standard lamp, and you've got like a little area you can put your bits and diaries in, and you get 2 sets of drawers. It is a little missing the USB chargers, but we are on an old ship where that wasn't important. You do get them on the Avia and the Iona. You get the USB ones, which are good to have. The decor's nice. You've got an old TV here. I've looked around the back. You can't plug your USB in or an HDMI lead. Not like the Arcadia where you can still plug it. That's the only one of the fleet you can still connect your laptop up to it. This one, I've had a look round there. It's looking a bit emotional. To be honest with you, it's such a small screen. We just might as well just watch stuff on our laptop if we've got extra programs to watch than sitting on bed with that. And you've got your nice coffee facilities here, which your maid replenishes for you. Gives you plenty of jiggers. Our little trick is to go and get a glass of milk from the restaurant of deck 15 or whichever the buffet's on, and keep some in the fridge. Ice, you can ask for ice to be brought to the room every day, because we have got ice to the room. We've got some snacks when we were on shore at Tenerife, so we've got some crisps. We brought some peanuts over with us, and in here we have got a mini fridge, which is a nice size. I'm not going to open up my mini fridge for you today for reasons I'm not going to put on YouTube. As I said, my towel I'm drying here because the hooks are pretty rubbish. Said you got your extra drawers down here, and you get another drawer here with a desk, which we've used in, so which you get a hairdryer as well. So we're just using it for Janice's makeup and extra bits and pieces like fruit sweets and stuff like that. And you get your phone, and you've got your 2 sockets here. And I know people are going to be shouting on the video. Yes, these are banned within P&O, but there is a little bit of a but with this. When I've inquired about these before, it's to do with pat testing and not getting them causing fires in the room. As we run a mobile disco, or used to, all our electrical stuff are pat tested, and I've had these when the maid's been in the room unplugged, and we don't leave them on when we're not in the room. But the standard one that P&O will ask you to bring is a plug-in with, I believe, up to 8 USB devices on it, which you are allowed. So yes, that's the this side as well. Yeah, so that's the negative side. You don't have enough plugs, but you can get around that with the plug-in USBs. Right, we bought the laptop, so on nice quiet days we've got some TV programs on here. Let me see what we got to watch. We've got Black Doves we can watch, Lockerbie, The Search for the Truth, Silo, I've got to watch that, and The Day of the Jackal, which we've all uploaded from my Netflix account before we came over here. Anything you need to add to that, Janice, before I take everyone on the balcony?
No, not in the room.
Oh, hang on. That's where the bunk bed comes down, because the ladder is stored. Oh, he's buggered off with it. Right, we did have a ladder stored there, but it's gone. So, alright, I'll take you out on the balcony. 8 minutes. 8 minutes so far. Should I put this out as a separate video before we do the ship tour, or I'll put it on the ship's tour?
No, just do the room. Just a tip, do take silver jewellery off if you go in the jacuzzi.
Oh yeah, but that's pretty obvious. Yeah, we'll add this to the ship tour. It'll probably be about an hour video then. I don't mind an hour, but I don't want to do a separate room. No, forget it. I'll put this one out as a separate room. Ship tour will be next week. Yeah. Right. What's going on there then? Right. A bit noisy coming out here. Then the chair had pushed itself up onto the patio, and then I couldn't get the door open. So this is a standard size balcony. It's in a cabin. I said it was the cheapest option. But it's good enough. What more do you need? A table, a couple of chairs, and the important thing. See the bridge? So we're on the starboard side. Remember, is there any red port left? Port is left, starboard is right. Like a mill pond. Oh, it's a plane. Some dolphins and some whales swimming around. Right, as I said, I'm going to put this one out as a separate video because anyone who's looking at the cabin video, I'm keen just to see the cabin, aren't really going to be wanting. Some people will go, look at a ship's tour or watch a ship's tour. I think the two videos are so separate that if I keep the ship's tour on here, anyone who wants to do a ship's tour will get fed up with the first 5, 10, 11 minutes, and anyone wants a cabin, vice versa. So I'm going to stop the video and make the ship's tour a new video. I may even put them out the same day, but they need to be two separate videos. What do you think? That sounds better, doesn't it, Janice? So there's Janice. I'm Anthony. Thanks for watching. If you watched last week's, you're probably going, you look much better. I feel much better. Thank you for all your concerns. I'm feeling much better. Don't fly on the tail end of a cold. Day 3 now. Oh, announcements. If you want announcements in the cabin, go on to the navigation page.
Sunday morning, if you've lost track of all time in the outside world, the date is the 19th of January and the year is 2025, and I've just had a heart attack with that alarm going off. Nothing to worry about, don't worry about it. And apologies for disrupting your morning, and particularly those of you learning to dance down in the atrium, but
I should be down there.
I can do these things. I thought I would just give you an update where we are navigation-wise and weather-wise, and
the
what
route
you are seeing out of the window. So if you're not remotely interested, carry on doing whatever you're doing.
No, I'm interested.
Again, welcome on board for those of you that joined us over the last couple of days, and welcome to the Canary Islands and the big yellow thing in the sky called the sun, which has been eluding you up in the UK.
Great success.
If we'd headed up to Madeira, it would have continued eluding you. So my cunning plan is paying off here. I do apologise that we're not going to Madeira, but the weather is going to be pretty dreadful up there, to be perfectly honest, and torrential rain and wind. So you've got the best end of the stick here, and we are currently tootling around the Canary Islands, picking a routing to optimise our routing and keeping the shelter away from that Atlantic swell and Atlantic winds. So, of course, we are now en route from Tenerife round to Las Palmas, Gran Canaria. One or two of you were asking this morning where we were going to in Gran Canaria, and the port is Las Palmas, which is on the east coast of the island. Since departure last night, we managed to get away. There was a bit of ferry traffic delayed us a wee bit, but we got away just about 10 o'clock last night. And since departure, we've travelled 104 miles. and it is a bit of a convoluted route that we're following. We've still got 220 on this routing round to Gran Canaria itself. So we're making about 10 knots over the ground. That's the speed required. It's a nice leisurely speed, and particularly for those of your fellow guests down in super saver cabins who are actually rowing to make sure that we make the ETA not too strenuous on them. So, lovely start to the day. We had a beautiful sunrise over Tenerife this morning. That was off on the port side of the ship just after 8 o'clock this morning for those of you that were up and about. And that was part of the routing plan to give you that sunrise. And over the next couple of days as well, we'll try and be off an island to give you those photo opportunities and those romantic moments of sunrise and sunsets over the islands. So a delightful start to the day, nice clear skies, a little bit of a swell kicking down from the north, which is to do with the, this is the North Atlantic in January, but in the overall scheme of things, it's pretty pleasant out there. Clear skies, outside air temperature, very pleasant 18 degrees centigrade. Like I said, very little wind out there, as we are in the shelter of the islands, and the sea temperature, please take my word for it, don't go testing it, but an equally ambient 20 degrees centigrade, which is sort of bathwater temperature when you come from Derbyshire, like what I do. So very, very pleasant. ETA Las Palmas, Gran Canaria. Tomorrow morning we'll be approaching the island at 7 o'clock, just before sunrise, so if you are up and about you can watch the arrival into port. And expected to be on our berth at 0800 tomorrow to give you a full day and a late evening departure from the beautiful island of Gran Canaria. Geographically, if you are up on the outside decks and looking around, the island of La Gomera is what you can see on the port side, 14 miles away. It's not an island that we go to, there isn't a port big enough for us, so I thought we'd come and have a look at that. So that's 14 miles away. Off on the starboard side we have the island of La Palma, which we will be calling to in a few days' time.
There, James.
Most significantly,
looks nice.
1,500 miles.
We'll have a look at that.
We have a very small place called Ticknall, which is located up in God's own country, which is Derbyshire, which is where I come from, incidentally. Again, if you're interested, depth of water here, we have about 2,500 metres of water beneath us, so technically the nearest land to us is beneath us, 2,500 metres away. And the routing, so overnight we passed up the east coast of Tenerife, and then we came around the north side and then down the west side to try and find the nice weather and the dolphins and the whales and stuff. So around about midday today we'll pass between the islands of La Gomera and La Palma. We'll then shape courses to pass between the island, or the even more remote island of El Hierro and La Gomera, and then coming round the south end of Tenerife, and eventually overnight and in the early hours of tomorrow to pass to the south of Gran Canaria before coming up the east coast of Gran Canaria to make our approach into Las Palmas. Sunset, we may get sunset over La Gomera this evening. The sunset is at 29 minutes past 6 this evening. And of course the other highlight of today is the celebration night, so we've got nothing better to do.
Celebration?
Put the best bib and tucker on and come down to the atrium. And
celebration night, is it?
Yeah.
Just looking out the window here, we do have some whales just passing down the starboard side. We just hit the whale button, so they're coming up. Oh, no, not whales, they're jumping fish. Oh, there's something out there. There might even be mermaids. So that's just passing down the starboard
Watch
side
out for
of the ship.
mermaids.
A little bit of marine life for you to see. So there'll be lots of that during the day. So if you are up on the outside deck, we will be putting broadcasts out if we're passing anything of interest. Right. You now know as much as I do. Get back to your dancing or whatever you've got planned for the day. Have an absolutely fan-dabby-dozy day at sea today.
Fan-dabby-dozy.
Or seeing you at the celebration night this evening. I may even buy you a drink if you pop down there. I look forward to seeing you there or welcoming you to Gran Canaria tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Fan-dabby-dozy. No, that was the Crankies, wasn't it? Fan-dabby-dozy. The Crankies, the very short one, and the larger guy. Right, I've got 4 minutes now before I have to go and get my laundry, because the laundrette's right across the way there. If you want to listen to the announcements in the room, the announcements don't automatically come over unless they're important on the speakers. Keep your navigation page on your live TV on TV channel number 2. Keep your volume on, and then you get the, like the captain just said, will come through on your TV. I'm going to go. This is 18 minutes long. I didn't plan that, but that's worked out very well for my video. Captain seems like a bloody nice bloke, and he's trying to put some humour into the fact that we're not gone to Madeira, and he's giving us regular updates, which I like. very friendly ship, first impression. The crew staff seem very, very friendly. Watch out next week when we go and do the tour around. Next week's video will be the tour around the ship, which we'll do later on today. And please like, subscribe. I've been Ant Barber. That's Janice. That's Las Palmas over there. There's my laptop. And there's my timer waiting for my laundry to finish. As I always say, please be nice and respectful in the comments. I'll see you on next week's video. Take care. Peace to everyone. Bye bye.